I'm gonna be direct. This is me being direct. I don't care for this show. I don't care about this show. I don't like any of the characters. They're absent maybe one or two. I don't like the writing. I don't like I don't like the direction. I don't like the cheap looking quality of the program. I don't like it for those reasons. So I don't think, see, you hear this word "don't" a lot here. I don't think I'll be watching it again.
Yeah, I don't blame you because I saw the most recent episodes, and will anyone be surprised if I say it's utter rubbish?
No, I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen part of the most recent episode. I have no choice. I have to watch the series. And as I've said before, that the production overall looks like an off-Broadway version of Shakespeare to me. The costumes and everything, it's like they had to improvise and get last season's, costumes together and say, we're gonna make this work. We don't have money in the budget this time, but these guys had an exorbitant budget, but this is what they went for. They wanted it to look like this. This was done purposefully. And it's not, and it doesn't feel like a fantasy look to me. But I especially disliked in this episode, Andre, and whoever may have watched it, was the capture of people and them being put in chains was not exactly what I thought was going to be in these episodes.
You mean the elves and everything like that,
Yes,
or when the elves were captured by the orcs?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I was surprised. I'm trying to figure out, I guess maybe there's a point in the storyline where this occurs, but I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. I guess it's something that had been happening all along. But it just is so confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was basically just bad all around. And you can see how they were trying to go for like some Game of Thrones vibe when you had like this fight break out in this Atlantis fairyland where you had like the king, the Strider before his Strider characters, because he's like another king who doesn't want to be king. And he went to all Game of Thrones and some guys that were giving him a hard drive, leaving like blood trail on the walls and everything, breaking arms and like just going a little bit more brutal than what you're supposed to have in the Lord of the Rings, but that you would fully expect in Game of Thrones. So yeah, in addition to all of the other stuff they did, they Game of Thrones to the Lord of the Rings. So nice going there. But I will say that the standout for me in this episode, other than how incredibly poorly acted Karen Sue Galadriel is. How poorly acted, written, everything. And yeah, I stand by that is her name now. Karen Sue Galadriel. So she was, of course, bad, but the worst standout to me in this episode were the Harfoots. I mean, they are the filthiest, most disgusting people I've seen in any fiction anywhere. And in this episode, they made it even worse. Because, yeah, now is when I noticed they all have some shit in their hair.
They're dirty. They're filthy. They look like they've been rolling around. They're unkept. There's holes in their garments. This is the scruffiest bunch of fantasy creatures I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And now we've learned that not only are they like total gypsies, I mean, that's what they are. I mean, I'm surprised that this thing right here can go into like such depictions of gypsies, because that's what they are. They're like the
Roma?
the Irish what are they called? Like the Irish travelers. Yeah, the Irish travelers. They must be really offended because like this is all obviously them. I was like thinking, I wonder when one Harfoot is going to challenge another Harfoot to like a bare knuckle fight or something, because that's like the only thing that's missing. But still, like it's like.
Well,
this must be really offensive to gypsies everywhere.
None of them have standout personalities, so you can't tell one Harfoot from another. There's no individuality. It's all like they're just a Harfoot community or group, and there's no special thing about any of them. So their houses, when they pull up that little thing to go into. That it looks like a water discharge tube. That's what it reminded me of. There's no imagination in any of the creation of their look or their feel. It's very, very, it's boring.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'm just looking at the comments here, and yeah, I agree. We definitely need some Harfoot call out videos. That would be freaking hilarious. But yeah, no, like I can't like this. This is possibly the most Rossicist depiction I have seen of someone ever, because this is an attack on the Irish travelers and
Interesting.
the Roma gypsies. Like they really depict
Who happen
all.
to be really good looking people, a lot of them, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure, but not these Harfootses. These are just disgusting. So yeah, no, like really insulting. And then of course you have Gandalf going around nice and cocked and
Practically nude, you mean, Andre?
yeah, exactly.
And the girl finds him, and her friend is like, why are you picking him up? Why would you do that? And I'm thinking to myself, well, some guy falls out of the sky. Of course you're going to grab him and try and help the guy, but give me a break. Why are you helping him? I guess Harfoots don't help people when they see them embroiled in fire and different things.
Yeah, and they will also leave their own. That was like a fun thing. That was like the most jaw-dropping to me, because they talk about, okay, like now we're gonna walk because we're gypsies, so we're gonna move to the next place, and if you can't keep up, we're just gonna leave you to die for whatever
you're
reason.
out of there. We
But
can't
now, when we're sitting still, let's remember all the people that we walked out on, and I list all the people. This guy,
the trail of
like
Harfoots.
yeah, like he got caught by a wolf, and this guy got caught in the snow, and we just kept on walking. But now, when it's too late and you're dead, now we wait for you.
He was a great guy, but we had to leave him. We had to just.
I didn't watch this, but yeah, like Six was pointing out something about how, like, if the Harfoots leave you behind, or if you don't keep up, they leave you behind, and you end up at the back of the bus, basically. And she was pointing out that one of the characters was one of the characters of color, I believe, and they put him in the back of the bus or something like that. I didn't watch it. So.
No. The character of color, like Lenny Henry, he's the one driving the bus. He's the one telling all the other Harfoots that they belong in the back of the bus.
And he's practically their only star, and they're not really using him right. You know, like we're not getting anything cheeky or fun. He could have been this interesting character, and there's nothing interesting about his character.
Oh, she says the mom is black.
We learned that she's not the biological mom, she's the stepmom. But yeah, she was sent straight to the back of the bus. That she was, but along with the rest of her white family. And the reason they're there is because, like, the daughter, like the filthy little gender-bent Frodo, who found Gandalf and kept him as a pet. Because of that, they have to be punished. And then the dad, he broke a leg, and he can't really walk or anything like that.
You see,
so that's why
they were trying to do this avant-garde version, but it wasn't avant-garde. Dirty is not avant-garde. It's just dirty.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, like Vertical Horizon says, we hate, says the filthy perverted hobbit. Says, I kind of get that feeling, because I don't think it's natural I should dislike like a fictional race this much, but I kind of do, and like I feel sorry for, like, again, I feel really bad for real life gypsies, travelers, Roma, what have you, because they're being compared with this.
Yeah, and it's weird because you look at the portrayal that we'd seen on screen to this point of hobbits. They were eloquently dressed, or elegantly, not eloquently, elegantly dressed at most of the times. They were all properly suited up, right? They were miniature Englishmen. I mean, let's be fair. That's what they were. That's what they were supposed to be. And we ended up with, these Harfoots that are they're supposed to be, the hobbits are supposed to be descendants of. I really don't understand any of that, but and I've read all the Tolkien stuff, including the Silmarillion, which is really rough to get through. Yeah. But I'm right there with you. I don't like the portrayal of any of these little beings.
I will say that J.D. Martin, he made me want to go and rewatch Snatch, which is one of like the best movies ever made. So, and the Irish Travelers features heavily in it. So that's a movie. Absolutely,
we can't actually say that. We can't say what's on the screen.
We probably shouldn't.
Oh, okay. So we'll just say Romani then.
I don't think that the Irish variety qualifies as Romani.
They may not. They may not.
Yeah, no, like that's
Yeah,
the Romani, I believe, are the ones. I could be wrong. I haven't studied this, but I believe that they are the ones that came from India originally, and that you'll find all over mainland Europe, especially Romania. Yeah. So yeah, good job. They're making us hate the hobbits. It's kind of like all they're doing here.